Welcome to the Driver's Line. I'm Greg.
And I'm Jordan.
And today, we've got a conversation for you.
Our conversation focuses in on a topic we love, sports cars.
That's right. We love sports cars, and so we wanted to pick out the best driver's car at 3 different price points in the market. So we're going to look at the best one under $25,000, best one under $50,000, best one under $100,000, so we have something for any budget.
That's right. And we're also going to be looking at new and used options. So some of us may prefer new, some used. You're going to get both in this episode.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'll start us off with our $25,000 level. Ooh. And for $25,000, I stuck with a new car. And it's a car that I think really represents the core essence of driving pleasure. It's lightweight, it's nimble, it's got a ton of road feel, and it's fun to toss around. And you know what? It's also affordable. At $25,000, I mean, that's a few thousand more than a Mitsubishi Mirage.
Yeah, a base Miata is a great choice. I like it.
It's not a Miata. I know.
But
it's not a Miata.
Miata is always the answer.
Not here. I like the Miata. It's a great car. It's a fantastic car. But
do you see the pitchforks? They're coming.
I know they are. I'm here for it.
At jordanmarmara@gmail.com.
I think there's a car that is even more pure than a Miata right now because it's a hardtop. Ooh. And that offers us a little bit more in terms of safety for track days built in. And that's the Toyota GR86. And I know that Greg owned a GR86, so he's going to agree with me.
I did. I had a BRZ in the first generation. Yeah, and I'm actually going to agree with Jordan here because I too chose the Toyota GR86.
Oh, look at that. Hey!
So, surprise, surprise, Jordan and Greg agree again. But you know what? This is actually a really fantastic choice because with the new ZN8 platform, the revision to the 86 Twins, they just made them that much better. So like the new 2.4 liter flat 4 up to 228 horsepower. You know, revise that torque dip so it's not nearly as bad to drive in like, you know, day-to-day use when you kind of had to operate around the torque dip, which you could do on the old one. Like it was kind of an overblown issue, but you really had to be wringing it out to kind of keep it above that RPM range, right? And it is just such a competent platform. Like, I mean, these cars are very, very quick. They're instantly competitive on autocross. They, you know, hold their own on a track day. Yep. You know, I really wanted to say Miata too, but like I went and looked up lightning lap results. The 86 was, I think, 6 seconds faster.
Wow.
At the VIR lightning lap over the Miata RF Club. Yeah, which is a lot.
That is a lot for cars of that low power.
Yeah, for that low power. And so it goes to show you that like the extra, you know, 30, 40 horsepower that the 86 has over the Miata really comes in spades in those long straightaways on a big power circuit like VIR.
And I mean, listen, the Miata deserves credit for it. It has been able to be the torchbearer for a small, affordable sports car for decades now. But I also got to give credit to Toyota for like sticking their neck in there in the game again, right? We're comfortable just making sedans and SUVs, and you know what? Let's make a sports car again. And sure, we had to buddy up with Subaru for it.
Yeah, exactly. We had to buddy up with BMW for the Supra, but look at Toyota. They're actually making some really interesting, and competitive performance cars right now. And again, this is not to take anything away from the Miata. The Miata is infinitely more playful than what you're going to get in the 86. The 86 is very, very serious. It wants to cut like a scalpel, whereas the Miata is going to be more like a puppy dog and have some fun with it as you kind of go around those turns. It's got a little bit softer suspension, likes to lean, so it kind of gives you that, you know, that feeling of speed instead of the outright speed is what the 86 gives you. So it's a little bit different answer to the kind of the same question. And so, I mean, they're both wonderful options, but if you're really completely focused on a driver's car and you don't need a convertible, the 86 is the choice.
There you go. You heard it here first. Miata is not always the answer.
Not always the answer.
Wow. All right.
God, the pitchforks are coming.
I know. It's all right. Yeah, let's try to wrap this up before they break down the door. All right.
So
$50K.
$50K. I'll take this one off the bat here. So $50,000 is a lot of money to spend, and there's a lot of really interesting options there. You could go, you know, do I want to go Cayman? Do I want to go Boxster? Do I want to go Corvette? I have a lot of choices to go. And
so what used?
Yes,
I'm assuming.
Because I mean, none of these you can buy new for that kind of price, right? So I definitely went used to this because at that price point, there's a lot of used options out there that are really, really high performance cars. And so I was actually really surprised to see that I could get a very nice low mile 20 2019 Corvette Grand Sport with the 7-speed manual for $50,000.
Love the Grand Sport.
Love the Grand Sport. It is just such a competent package. And like the Grand Sport has always just been the Goldilocks of the Corvette range. C7, C6. And it is just fantastic because it has the dry sump oiling. It's got the wider body so you can fit a little bit more rubber underneath it.
Yes.
The Corvette already came with enough power.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
460 horsepower is plenty in that C7 chassis.
Okay.
And now you're just going to have the grip to back it up.
Yes. It's all the handling enhancements you want, all the power you need.
Exactly. And just to put that in perspective for you guys, and sorry, I'm going to have to look at my notes here, but I went at that same lightning lap list,
Okay.
and these are all cars that the C7 Grand Sport turned a faster lap than.
Okay, do tell.
You ready?
Let's hear.
All right. McLaren 570S.
Oh.
BMW
McLaren. Okay.
BMW M4 CSL.
Wow.
The Huracan 610-4.
Ooh.
The Viper SRT10 ACR.
Oh.
But back from 2008.
Wow.
Still a monster, though. Still a
Absolute.
monster.
A track dedicated monster.
Yes, a track dedicated monster.
Yeah.
And the 2015, so the contemporary Nissan GTR Nismo.
No way.
Yes.
The GTR Nismo was
Godzilla.
slower.
Yeah, was slower than the Corvette Grand Sport.
That's incredible. And on a car that rides on leaf springs.
On leaf springs,
All right.
yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, the Corvette's so underrated. Honestly, when it just gets such a bad rap for being, New Balances and jean shorts, but really, there's a ton of engineering.
Exactly. And, I mean, some of that reputation is deserved just because that is a lot of the ownership, right? I mean, it just is the way it is. But it is also just absolute competent track weapon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll put it in the right hands. Mm-hmm. I would love that. Grand Sport's a great choice.
Yeah, it's a great choice.
Great choice.
Thank you.
For my choice, I decided to go with a new option to kind of give you guys both. All right. So for $50K, I'm going with a slightly controversial choice, actually. A car that gets lots of hate, and I feel like it doesn't deserve it.
BMW M3?
I'm actually sticking to Toyota. Yet again, I never would have thought. Sports car category, who do I go to first? Toyota for the first two. Anyway, and it is the Toyota Supra 3.0. That's right. So, the Supra itself is built on a chassis shared with the Z4. And, if anyone knows how to engineer a sports car chassis, it's BMW, okay? It also shares that straight 6 3.0 engine with the BMW Z4. Who can make a fantastic straight 6? It's BMW. So I know that it gets lots of hate for having all these BMW parts, but guys, it's not like it's sharing parts with a Yugo.
Exactly.
This is Bavarian Motorworks.
Yes.
All right?
And, for all the failings BMW has had in the styling department, their engineering department is still on point. It is still doing everything that you would expect a BMW to do, both in chassis, handling, power, delivery, everything. I mean, it's still the perfect, driving experience.
Right. So you get the hardtop rigidity again, because that's what a sports car deserves. Right? If you're taking it to the track, that's probably going to be a priority for you. Yet at the same time, Toyota was the one that pushed for that 6-speed manual in the Supra. So now we're adding another layer of engagement. And honestly, I don't think it's that ugly to look at. I think it's a pretty attractive car. I don't know, it might not be everyone's cup of tea. That's fine.
Yeah.
But below all that, I know styling is superficial. It's extremely competent.
I mean, I've seen these firsthand at track days, and they are just absolute machines on a track. And so, I mean, track, back roads, wherever, it is an extremely competent car. And the thing that's kind of crazy is, for some reason, in pictures, they seem bigger than they are.
Yes.
But when you're actually up next to a new Supra, they are small. They are tidy. Proper sports cars. And I mean, just like a wonderful competitor to something like the Cayman.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And half the price, basically.
Yeah.
So when you start optioning it to what you really want.
Exactly. Well, I mean, when you get to a Cayman that can even come close to the power of the Supra.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to be in the GTS 4-liter, which is $100,000.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Which we're probably going to be talking about here in a second.
Let's talk about $100,000. Shall we? Do you want me to start this one?
You can go for it.
Thanks. So, as always, I'm going with the new option here because I'm sure Greg's going used. He loves that. All right. So, for just under $100,000, yes, you can get a Porsche Cayman 718 4.0. That's right. That's the classic flat six. I'm sorry. I just can't stay away from it. It's such a great car.
We have to check our normal, like we have to at least choose one Porsche in one of these competitions no matter what, or else we're going to stop getting our sponsorship dollars from them.
Yeah.
We don't get any sponsorship dollars from them.
But I picked this car, and I know it's a Porsche, but this is the last of the gas-powered Caymans.
It is. I mean, it's undeniably a special car. Like, I mean, the Boxster and Cayman, what's happening to them?
Yeah, they're going electric.
They're going electric. And what's the 718 that they sell now in every other spec?
Yeah.
It's a four-cylinder.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, a four-cylinder turbo doesn't so it sounds like a Subaru.
No.
I mean, it's just one of the most distinctive things that I love. I know they're powerful. I know they make tons of power. But the thing that sings to me over my shoulder in my Cayman is that 3.4-liter flat six, and I love it.
Yes.
I love winding that engine on. I know you feel the same about the one in your Boxster.
Absolutely.
And it is just the best thing about it. I don't want to hear a four-cylinder.
No.
I don't want to hear nothing and be electric.
Exactly.
I want that flat six, and this is the last one to get.
I want to know that I could not have a working stereo and it won't bother me.
Doesn't bother me. Well, you know that for a fact because you don't have a working stereo.
We don't need to talk about that. So, that's what happens when you do your own work, I guess. But I think for $100,000, you don't have to worry about that because it's going to be new.
Brand new with a warranty.
It's going to be not
and if you
super
find
well
it used,
option,
it'll probably have a CPO warranty, which will give you an extra 2 years of warranty.
I think
so thank you very much, Porsche, for that CPO warranty.
It's well worth the price because it's a fantastic car and it's the last of its era.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Speaking of another last of its era, my choice. You were wrong. It is not used. It is also brand spanking.
Well, looky there.
New. So I found a new car under $100,000. And when you have no imagination and choose a Porsche, because the Porsche is the standard bearer. I mean, undeniably, right? It is. Like, I mean, if you want a sports car that you can live with every day, then also take to the track and also take the back roads, go to your groceries, you got 2 trunks. Invariably, the Porsche is the answer, and it is fantastic. It's fantastic for a reason. It's chosen for a reason.
Yep.
It sells in the numbers it does for a reason. Yes. But what if you want to be different?
Okay. How would you be different, Greg?
What if you want literally the last internal combustion manual transmission car from a manufacturer that is about to go all EV? That is known for making the best chassis in the world, and they decided to use an engine from the most reliable manufacturer in the world to put it together.
You went with a Lotus.
I did.
Nice choice.
Found it brand new for $96,000, a first edition with the 3.5-liter Toyota V6 supercharged.
That's incredible. How'd you find one for under $100,000?
The thing that's crazy about these is so many people placed an order for them. Lotus was like...
Took a while.
It took a while. So you know what?
Yes.
Kudos to them for maybe wanting to get it right-ish and, kind of shipping them a little bit later. But the problem is when you have these people that have this money and they're expecting to get their sports car, they can't wait. No. They can't hold their wad. Like, I mean, they're like, I'm going to go get something else. I'm going to go buy a Porsche. And so, their Porsche dealer called them up and was like, hey, I got an allocation for a GTS 4-liter. They're like, done.
Done. Take my money.
Take my money. Give me that painted sample Viper green.
That's right. And make sure my air vents are painted the same.
Yes, they must be wrapped in leather.
Wrapped in leather, yes. Maybe we can wrap them in green leather.
Yes. They probably can.
The world is your oyster.
The world is your oyster as long as you come with your open checkbook to Porsche. Right. But the folks at Lotus do not care about all of that nonsense. They say, we want to give you the most driver-focused car on the road. And that's exactly what that Emira was. We got to experience it firsthand.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. If you have $100,000 and don't want a Porsche, this is your answer.
I think that's a fantastic pick. It is the last of its kind.
The last of its kind. I mean, we picked two cars that are literally the last of their kind.
I mean, you can't go wrong with either one.
No.
They're awesome picks.
Absolutely awesome choices. Just different ways of doing the same thing.
Yeah. I just wish I had a couple $100,000 laying around so I could
take both of them
myself.
Exactly.
All right. We hope you enjoyed our sports car episode today.
That's right. So let us know which ones that you would buy at those different price points. We would be really interested to hear about it from you.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us on The Driver's Line. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss a thing.